Pretty smart women are only safe around other pretty smart women. You know, when you're very beautiful and you are intelligent, and not just like not book wise intelligent, but you're intellectually intelligent, you're spiritually intelligent, you're mentally intelligent, right? So there's different aspects and different areas to be intelligent in. So when you're a beautiful woman and you're smart in all of these areas, it sucks to say this, but you are going to be seen as a threat and a target more times than not. You are going to make a lot of people uncomfortable because being a beautiful woman, honestly, it is good enough. Like, it really is good enough. Being a beautiful woman will get you further ahead in life than another woman who's not as beautiful and works hard. Like, does that make sense? A beautiful woman can get further in life quicker than a woman who is not attractive, does not put effort into her appearance, and works extremely hard. I mean, think about all the women who have succeeded just off of their looks alone. And I know this is kind of a touchy topic and it makes people upset and they say, "Oh, it's so unfair, it's this and that." It is, it's just the way life is. And the sooner you accept it, the sooner you're able to do something about it. Because I see some women who really have the capability to be just a bombshell. You know, if they were to start working on their weight, start working on their appearance, start working on their attitude, they would definitely be that woman that's just like, "Ooh, do you see her?" But it's always, it's like, people want to fight against the grain when it's like, as a woman, that's one of your best assets. Your beauty is essentially your best assets. And I know, like I said, this is going to sound very cavemanish, but obviously this is a channel for women and like-minded diamonds. Knowing that your beauty is one of your best assets and working with it, it will put you in such a better place because you're working with what comes naturally to you. When you're a woman, being feminine is something it's supposed to be natural to you. You might go through things and people might tell you, "Oh, well, don't do this, don't do that." And then you start to internalize that. So then you get away from your femininity. But once you realize that, I just made a video about this, femininity is power. Once you realize that and you start going back to that, it works out so much better for you. And when I say, you know, beautiful women who are smart, the only group of people that are safe for that woman is another beautiful woman who is smart. You will be seen as a target when you're beautiful and smart. And the reason why, people will always view you as you believe you're superior, or you just have a way of life that they don't understand. So because of that, they will see you as the problem. This has happened in my life time and time again. This has happened to other diamonds that I've talked to time and time again. So the safest place for you to be is with a group of like-minded, smart, beautiful women. You know why? Because they've experienced the same thing. So they know exactly where you're coming from and they don't want to project that off on you because they are already experiencing that themselves. Perfect example, this channel, this community, the Discord, the lives. This is a group of like-minded, beautiful, smart women. Do you guys notice the comments that you leave? The way that you diamonds interact with each other, it makes me so happy. Like, it's truly everything I talk about on this channel. It is always amplified and there's proof within the comments, within the emails, within the support on the website, maincharacterforever.com, within the Discord. So this is not really to scare you. This is a message to give you the direction on where to find your tribe. Even if it's not here, even if it's in real life, or even if it's another platform, another creator, make sure if you are a beautiful, smart woman, you are aligning yourself with another group of beautiful, smart women, because that is the community that is going to push you and help you exceed. That is a community it's going to be safe for you to share your intelligence. It's going to be safe for you to flex your beauty, because there's no point in having beauty and intelligence and you're just so scared you don't know, you can't exude it because of the environment you in. I think I made this video, or I spoke about this in a video not too long ago. Some people are just too pretty for the hood. Some people are too smart for the hood. Some people are just better, or they have too much to offer from the environment that they were born in or raised in, and that's why they can never grow in there. It's like it's like a crab in a bucket mentality, right? Nobody wants a beautiful, smart woman around if that's the only one there, because you make everyone else look bad. You come in looking like a 10, feeling like a 10, speaking like a 10, behaving like a 10, and you're around a group of fours, they're going to have an issue with you. Not because you did anything wrong, but because you are exposing what they lack within them. That is not a safe place to be in. And let me tell you, the harder you fight this, the more you will struggle. And a lot of times you have to cut off everyone and everything you knew in order to get to where you want to be. And it's a tough pill to swallow. It was tough for me. But once I finally accepted that, it was like, okay, I'm receiving what I really want. And another thing, right? So when you're a beautiful, smart woman, I'm going to tell you this. This is a little bit of do with this information you will. You get away with so much. I have said some crazy off the wall things to people, friends, even in relationships, and I have gotten away with it because I am a beautiful, smart woman. They didn't necessarily know that I was smart, but my beauty, obviously, I'm smart enough to know to take care of my beauty, right? So, and this is the thing, your intelligence does not have to be the standard for someone else in order for you to be able to say you have it. Does that make sense? So let's just say they have a ton of degrees and they're extremely accomplished within a corporation, and you are just someone who understands, I know I'm beautiful, I know I have the skill, I know I can bake, I know I can create products, and you focus on your beauty and you focus on starting a side business, or you focus on doing that. That is your intelligence. Just because you don't have the same thing comparable to someone else does not mean you are not intelligent. And don't let anyone tell you that. Everyone has there's different metrics of intelligence. Because the woman who does not put effort into her looks and focuses on building herself up within a corporation will tend to look down on a woman who focuses more on her looks and says, you know what, I just want to live free and just kind of enjoy the life that I want, enjoy the life of leisure. A lot of times the latter will look down on the second, but the second will always get further because she's working within her natural gifts and abilities. I'm telling you this with real love, and I'm holding your hand when I say this. Work with the gifts that you have naturally, and you will never struggle. What are the things that are natural to you that you can utilize to get yourself ahead? By doing that, that is where intelligence comes in. You do not have to chase the ball down the court because that's what everyone else is doing. Sometimes you need to just go into a whole different sport, get into a whole different field. Focus on what comes naturally to you, and that is true intelligence, and that is what will really get you ahead in life. I say this all the time. You guys know this, and I don't care how anyone feels about this. As a woman, as the diamond and the main character, always prioritize your looks. Always. I'm not saying you have to go outside every day with your full face of makeup on, but make sure you have a clean face. Make sure you're highly moisturized. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure you're taking your supplements. Make sure your eyebrows are brushed out and you got a little lip gloss on. Even on your no makeup days, make sure you are put together. You don't have to go out wearing heels every day, but make sure when you go out, your feet are done, your skin is moisturized, your outfits is completely cohesive. I'm a monochrome type of girly, but I'm also very floral type of girly, so I kind of go back and forth. It doesn't matter what time of year it is or the time of day. Make sure you always put together. I am telling you, your looks matter. Your looks are the most important thing, or should be the most important thing to you as a woman, and I don't care who has something negative to say about that. Because the people telling you don't focus on your looks, if they had yours, baby, you don't think they'd be focused on it? That is one of your best assets and gifts that you have is your appearance. Your appearance is yours alone. You think about yourself. This is and I feel like this is why I take so much pride in how I look. I think about myself as a Barbie. Like, think about it. I think about myself as a Barbie. How am I going to do my hair? How am I going to do my makeup? What am I going to do for my nails? What am I going to wear? When you think of yourself as a Barbie, you're essentially customizing yourself every single day for whatever you're experiencing that day. And it becomes so much more enjoyable getting yourself together, as opposed to when I was, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. And I always say this, I look better now as I'm older than when I was in my early 20s. I look better now than when I was in my early 20s. You know why? Because I was raised by the strong, independent, I don't need a man. I don't need, or don't focus on your looks, because that means you're vain, and that means it's not right, and that's not Christ-like, and you don't want to be of this world. I was raised like that. Very much Bible thumper, very much, I was 19 wearing things like I was a 72-year-old grandma. Don't be like that. Learn from that. Learn from that. Please don't be like that. Understand that your looks are your greatest asset. And the more you cultivate your look, and this is not about anybody else but you. And you know why? Because the better you feel, the better you will send off energy into this world, and the better you will experience life. When I was dressed like that, and mind you, you guys, I tell you, I was 234 pounds, severely overweight, like morbidly obese. I'm only 5'4". There's no way you should be 234 pounds at 5'4". And I was 19, 20, right? So I was severely overweight. I dressed horrible. And my hair, I literally would just wake up, brush my teeth, roll out of bed, and go to work. When I, even down to like hygiene and taking showers, it was just it was just bar soap, gel soap, get out, lotion. That's it. Now it's like, okay, we have a few different types of soaps. We have exfoliators, we have sponges, we have gloves, we have serums, we have moisturizer, we have body gels, we have body butters. It's even down to how I take care of myself is significantly much more luxurious. And I do this because it helps me feel better. And once I started to feel better about myself, I put myself in a smaller body. I started taking care of my health. I started taking care of my makeup, my habits. Once I started to do that, I started to enjoy life more. And obviously, I started to experience and attract better environments because I was truly happy and enjoying myself. And where did that all start from? Being quote unquote vain, superficial, and focusing on my appearance. Now, does that sound like an intelligent woman? Yes. Focusing on your skills and the things that you have naturally will always make you intelligent. And it doesn't matter what someone else deems as intelligence. What do you deem as intelligence? So I love you, diamonds. I hope you really take this message and understand what I'm saying. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.